start.
Respected teachers and my dear friends, first of all, good evening everyone. I am Teji Ranjan, student of BBA AKU 4th SEM, and I am here to present my PPT on the topic Western culture. Before discussing further, first of all, we should understand what is culture. A culture is a set of belief, ideas, thought, norms that are passed from generation to generation. In the same way, if I define Western culture, then Western culture is a broad term which is used to describe belief, ideas, customs and traditions that have their origin in Europe and are based on European culture. Here I mentioned the following characteristics of the Western culture. Individualism. If I talk about individualism, then Western culture focuses on individual rights, and Western culture focuses on individual rights, autonomy and freedom. Western culture emphasizes individuals' self-sufficiency and self-expression. If I talk about democracy, then most of the Western countries like Nigeria, Italy, Canada have the democratic political systems where the individual have the right to vote and participate in the decision-making process. The third is the scientific and technological advancement. Western culture led to the scientific and technological advancement in various fields like engineering, transport and communication, medicine and much more. The fourth is cultural diversity. Well, Western culture are influenced by diverse religion, gender, age, culture due to historical migration and globalization. Western culture are based on capitalist principles where the private ownership of property held in the hand of the private investors and business free market and competition. If I talk about its advantages, then the first is technological advancement. As I talked about it earlier, democratic ideal. Most of the countries, Western countries like Nigeria, Italy, and Canada have the democratic political systems where the individual have the right to vote and participate in the decision-making process. The third is cultural richness. Here I mentioned the disadvantages of the Western culture: urbanization and materialism, excessive individualism, technological dependence, environmental concern and much more. Now I am going to discuss the impact of Western culture on Indian culture. Before this slide, as we all know that India is a land of diversity. Our country has various religion, culture, customs and much more. India is a country which is known for its heritage and culture. But day by day we are seeing fading of Indian culture, especially in the urban societies of India. But what are the reasons? The effect of the Indian culture is greatly seen in our customs, traditions, social and moral behavior. Day by day we are seeing that the people like to live in freedom. They don't want to bind themselves in Indian culture and tradition. But what are the reasons? Day by day we also see that the breaking of the joint family and more development of the nuclear family. What are the reasons? Because they don't want to separate, because they don't want any interference from others. They are not ready to share their things with others. That what privacy is given more importance, and the love and respect for elders are decreasing day by day. Western culture has brought a seed of selfishness in the mind of Indians. Well, I am not saying that Western culture is totally bad. Western culture, with the development of science and technologies, our life has become easier and comfortable. But we have to give our importance to our Indian culture too, because it taught us to live in harmony and peace with others. If I move to the conclusion.